What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you'll see a Patreon account. If you click, you become a member. All you got to do is try, recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to. So click the link. Don't forget to like this video because it helps the video move. It helps to keep it pushing, and it helps my channel out. So let's get it going. All right. So today, there's not really too many movies in the movie theater that I'm interested in watching. So I just decided to go ahead and give you guys a top 10 list of my favorite foreign films, or the foreign films that I feel like are the best that I've seen. All right. So the foreign market obviously isn't the most beloved by many people, but it's been catching on, especially with the hype train that was Parasite. And then hopefully by Parasite getting all that momentum, eventually we will end up getting more foreign films into the light. So with that being said, this video will be split into two parts. One will be 10 through 6, the other one will be 5 through 1, and then my grand finale. But this is going to be a mixed bag of peanuts, so just go ahead and bear with me. If you guys have seen some of these movies, let me know in the comment section down below. So before we get into this, I want to give obviously some honorable mentions. And some of the honorable mentions are, just give me a second, a Korean film by the name of The Wailing. If you guys have not seen The Wailing, it is a very, very interesting movie, a very long movie, about a detective trying to find out what's going on in this town where there's like a random visitor that came into the area, and ever since he's been there, crazy stuff has been happening. So he's just trying to figure out what's going on. All I'm going to say is, if you guys have seen this movie, then you know that the last about 20 minutes is crazy. That last scene, if you know, you know, that last scene is freaking crazy. I love this movie from beginning to end. Korean cinema does this weird thing where it just mixes just the right amount of drama and comedy, and it makes it kind of lighthearted, but it always keeps that seriousness. And then, like I said, there's one scene at the end of the movie that's super freaking haunting. I love the visual aesthetics of it. It's just a really good scene. If you have not seen The Wailing, I would recommend watching it. Another one is The Body, which is a Spanish movie called El Cuerpo, who is it's starring Jose Coronado, who is a detective on a case where they're trying to find the missing body of a woman who was possibly murdered. And all eyes are pointing at the husband, and it's just a race to find the body and to see who is responsible for committing this murder. The ending of this movie is phenomenal, dude. Like, another movie that ends really well. The one thing that I've noticed with these Spanish movies is that they have some really good twists. Like, the twists in these movies are really good, and the payoff to me was excellent. It was hard not to put this in my top 10 list, but if you have not seen The Body, aka El Cuerpo, I would definitely recommend seeing this movie. Fantastic movie. One of my last honorable mentions is Train to Busan. Train to Busan caught everybody by storm. It is one of the more lesser known. Well, I don't want to say lesser known, but it's become one of the more well-known zombie movies. And honestly, to me, it's probably like a top 3 zombie movie. This movie has a lot of heart, has a lot of character development. You really give a shit about every character on that train, and you want them to succeed. And it constantly reminds you that this is a zombie movie. So yes, Train to Busan is an amazing movie. I cannot praise that movie enough. It is one of the best zombie movies that I've seen in a very long time. And the acting in it is phenomenal. The characters in it are amazing. And shout outs to the big buff Korean dude that plays Gilgamesh in in the Eternals. He's in that movie. I like him as an actor. He's really good, by the way. And I'm glad that he's got an American push. Train to Busan is also getting an American remake called Train to New York or something like that. I'll break more news on that as we get more information. But let's go ahead and start on our top 10 list, shall we? Coming in at number 10 is a Spanish movie by the name of Mirage, directed by Aurelio Paolo. Right, and this movie is a Spanish movie. Obviously, it's from Spain. I can't praise this movie enough, but let me give you a quick synopsis before we go into it. Two storms separated by 25 years, a woman murdered, a daughter missing, only 72 hours to discover the truth. Now, that's like the quick synopsis. I don't want to give away too much in case you guys actually want to go see this movie, but If you guys like Donnie Darko, excuse me, and you like Butterfly Effect, you're definitely gonna love this movie because this movie is like if Donnie Darko and Butterfly Effect found their ways to each other and fucked, this will be their love child. Mirage 2018, freaking fantastic movie. Me and my wife were flipping through Netflix trying to find something to watch. Mirage pops on up on the TV. We're like, screw it, let's watch it. We watch the damn movie. It is a freaking amazing movie. Like, I cannot praise this movie enough. Like, the plot is excellent. The main characters are excellent. There's a cool little American rendition of a song in the movie. It happens in the beginning because the dude's playing it, but that's neither here nor there. I like the movie. It has a lot. It's a good movie, right? Mirage 2018. Definitely watch. I've seen it about 2 times already. But if you're fans, like I said, of Donnie Darko, if you're a fan of freaking Butterfly Effect, you're definitely going to love this movie because it takes elements from both those movies and blends them in perfectly. That's my number 10. Coming in at number 9, you know I had to do it. Godzilla 1954. Godzilla 1954, Japanese movie directed by Ishido Honda. This quick synopsis is American nuclear weapons testing results in the creation of a seemingly unstoppable dinosaur-like beast. Now, this movie was ahead of its time because one, it started the freaking monster genre. Yes, we had King Kong in about the 1920s or whatever, but this movie alone, or is it the 1930s? I think it was 1930s. Anyway, this movie alone created a huge buzz all across the world, and it even got an American rendition of the same movie. So this movie came out in Japan, and it's talking about nuclear weapons and the aftermath of nuclear war and things like that. It has a lot of like social commentary, like low key. And to be honest with you, it's really amazing that not only was this movie successful in Japan, but it was also successful in America. Started Godzilla for being, you know, that freaking pop culture phenomenon that he is today. There's never been anything, I mean anything, that has come from overseas that has been this accepted in this country as much as Godzilla, especially from when it comes in regard to like Japan. We're barely starting to get that wave with anime. Like more Americans are starting to become more and more open to watching anime. You know, we've had Voltron and Sailor Moon and the Power Rangers and things like that, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can compare to what we've got with Godzilla. You know, like Godzilla is a huge pop culture phenomenon. I mean, seriously, huge. You know, and his just look at his resume for Christ's sakes. But anyway, to the point, Godzilla 1954, amazing movie. You should watch it. Watch the original. You can even watch the American remake where they have the American actors in it and it's dubbed over and things like that. It's either or is good, but I will watch the original Japanese version if we're just talking about me. Coming in at number 8, we have the Mexican film by the name of Tigers Are Not Afraid, directed by Isa Lopez. Now, quick synopsis is a dark fairy tale about a gang of 5 children trying to survive the horrific violence of the cartels and the ghosts created every day by the drug war. Another movie with tons of freaking social commentary. Now, if you guys are fans of like movies like Pan's Labyrinth or anything like that, this movie's definitely for you. Tigers Are Not Afraid has a lot of like visual aesthetics about it. It has these pictures on the wall and they move, like sometimes they move or whatever. It's really, like I said, it's visually stimulating. It's really cool. And also this is yet another movie that has a really cool ending. I love the ending of this movie. It's really dark, and the fact that this is a dark fairy tale automatically sunk my teeth into it. I don't know how I found out about this movie. Something, I think I might have ran across it on Amazon or something, and the title was just weird to me, and I was just like, oh, I want to watch that movie. I think I was watching This Is Not Berlin, and I think I was looking up other popular Mexican American films. Not Mexican American, I keep saying Mexican American. Mexican films, and I think this was one of them that came up. This Is Not Berlin is also another amazing foreign film, by the way. If you guys are fans of like the synth wave, like the synth rock, Depeche Mode type era, and you want to hear about like how that wave turned out in Mexico, that's definitely a movie you want to check out. But yeah, Tigers Are Not Afraid, great movie. If you love Pan's Labyrinth, you're gonna dig that movie Trust me when I say it. Then we have the coming in at number 7, I believe. 10, 9, 8. Yeah. So coming in at number 7, we have Piranhas 2019. No, I'm not talking about the Piranhas movie, but Sharknado, Piranha Tornado. I'm not talking about, it's not a horror movie. This movie is directed by Claudio Giovanazzi. And it is the synopsis is a gang of teenage boys stalks the streets of Naples armed with handguns and AK-47s to do their mob boss's bidding. This is a coming of age gang movie, right? You don't really see too many movies about like, well, you have seen coming of age gang movies, right? But this movie focuses more on the childhood of said gangsters, right? It doesn't do a time jump and then goes into like the next year, or it doesn't go into like being older. This is all within a framework of maybe like a year or so, like within a year, or a couple of months or something like that. And it's all about these young thugs running around the city of Naples, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to run the area, trying to run the neighborhood, and trying not to become what they ran out. So they were, there's all gangs obviously in the neighborhood, and they ran them out, and they're trying not to become who the people were that they felt like were oppressing them. Amazing freaking movie. I loved it immensely. I remember going to go see this movie I had to track this movie down in order to watch it. We went to did we go to ArcLight? I don't remember. We went to one of these movies. There's like, we had to go far to go see this. But Tiger's Not Afraid. Trust me when I say Piranhas 2019, amazing movie, dude. You won't regret it. Coming in at number 6, we have Memoirs of a Murder, another Korean film coming out in 2003, directed by Bo Joon-ho. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he did Snowpiercer and he did Parasite. This movie, the synopsis is, in a small Korean province in 1986, 2 detectives struggles with the case of multiple young women being found raped and murdered by an unknown culprit. Now, the interesting about this movie is that it is actually based on true events. It's actually based on a case that was happening in Korea at the time or earlier, but it's actually based on real events. Again, Korean cinema does a really good job at blending both comedic elements with the serious elements. And this was like one of those coming of age movies. It's crazy how the director for Parasite did this movie. Doesn't really get that much like popularity or notoriety for it. But it's as soon as Parasite did what it did and won that award, I remember Criterion ended up getting the rights to this movie and ended up keep putting out a Blu-ray for it, or a 4K, I think. Immediate cop. Trust me when I say that this movie is good. This movie is freaking good, dude. Especially if you like those true stories, murder mystery things. That's my 10 to 6 list so far. So this is part 1 of this video. Tune in tomorrow to see part 2. So I can bring that straight to you. Let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me some of your favorite foreign horror, like any movie. It could be a horror movie, it could be a drama, it could be comedy, whatever you want. Just tell me your top 10 favorite foreign movies. I know this is a very cliche, very niche category that a lot of people don't touch because people don't like reading subtitles, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, you're missing out on a lot of great cinematography, a lot of great cinema. So that's all I got for today. Let me know in the comment section down below. What's your top 5? What's your top 10 favorite foreign movies? Come back here tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and give you the rest of my list. And until then, you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are having a magnificent day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out. Don't forget to like this damn video because it helps the video move. Don't forget to click the description. Check out my Patreon account. You can recommend a movie, music, trailer, anything that you want me to react to, and I'll react to it, and I'll make the video specifically for you. So until next time, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.